This song is too violent. You're talking about killing people? In your music? No, not my son.
Years ago, singer David Anthony Burke, known as D4VD, was warned by his mother that his music was too violent, and her fears later seemed true when he openly joked with friends about killing a girl named Celeste, turning what sounded like lyrics into confessions. In September 2025, the case shocked the music world when the decomposed body of 15-year-old Celeste Rivas Hernandez was found in the trunk of Burke's abandoned Tesla in Hollywood. Tow yard staff discovered her on September 8th after noticing a foul odor, and police later confirmed the car was registered to Burke. Celeste's body was wrapped in plastic, severely decomposed, and possibly dismembered, with reports suggesting she had been in the vehicle since going missing in April 2024. She was identified on September 17th through dental records and a tattoo on her finger, which matched one Burke also had, except hers was red and his was black. Celeste had been reported missing several times, last seen in Lake Elsinore, California, and her devastated family finally learned the truth over a year later. The discovery spread quickly online, with media confirming the car's ownership, hashtags like #JusticeForCeleste trending, and people on YouTube and social media analyzing his songs and debating his guilt.
So singer David is in some hot water. Previously, it was reported a dismembered body was found in the trunk of his car while he was on tour. Today, the dead body was identified as a 15-year-old who's been missing since she was 13.
The shocking discovery of Celeste's body left people horrified, but what disturbed them even more was how D4VD behaved afterward. While police were collecting evidence from his Tesla, fans noticed he continued performing on tour and even live streamed himself playing Fortnite as if nothing had happened, which many saw as arrogant, detached, or even guilty. Social media quickly filled with threads collecting supposed evidence, including photos of Celeste at his concerts after her disappearance, speculation about unreleased songs mentioning her, and claims from Discord groups that had discussed her long before her remains were found. As backlash grew, Burke restricted comments on Instagram, canceled some tour dates, and said through representatives that he was cooperating with police, but critics felt it was too late. The scandal was even more shocking because, just months earlier, Burke had been rising as a major Gen Z music star, with viral hits like Romantic Homicide and Here With Me gaining millions of streams and making him one of the fastest rising names in pop and R&B.
How I got into music is super unorthodox. Like, I wanted to be a professional Fortnite player, but the videos I would post on YouTube would get copyright strike. I cried to my mom about it, and she was just like, well, if you're not making your money, how about you make your own song? And I was like, I could probably do that.
One of Burke's early songs, You and I, became a breakout success by reaching 100,000 streams in just 3 days, quickly transforming him from a gamer who made background music into a rising artist whose sound connected with people far beyond the gaming world.
And I looked up how to make music on iPhone. I used my sister's closet as the studio. So I'm like, in here, it's dark. We got like robes and everything, blankets, whatever. And I'm looking up type beats on YouTube.
Burke's rise from a gamer recording music in his closet to a global artist had once inspired fans, but after the shocking case, many began re-examining his lyrics, tattoos, and interviews for hidden signs of something darker. A key moment often brought up was when Burke himself admitted in an earlier interview that his mother disliked his song Romantic Homicide because she felt it was too violent.
She was like, David, this song is too violent. You're talking about killing people? In your music? No, not my son.
What once felt like an inspiring story of a gamer-turned-artist recording from his closet became darkly reinterpreted when fans revisited D4VD's lyrics, tattoos, and interviews, especially after remembering how his mother once warned that Romantic Homicide was too violent. Soon, online leaks, Discord chats, TikTok clips, and even concert videos fueled speculation that his music and behavior hinted at Celeste's story. A Maryland concert video from August 2025 appeared to show Celeste in the VIP section, despite being listed as missing and Burke sending her heart gestures, just days before he announced an album titled Withered, which many saw as symbolic. As detectives raided his Hollywood Hills property, seizing computers, clothing, and possible blood evidence, fans online were already dissecting every lyric and timeline, treating his art as confessions. Investigators later connected Celeste's disappearance back to January 2024, when she first ran away and was found in the same neighborhood where Burke lived, raising suspicions about who she had gone to see. By April 2024, she vanished for good, with her family only knowing she had a boyfriend named David, later revealed as D4VD. Photos later surfaced of her at his August 2025 Maryland concert, allegedly alongside his brother Caleb, suggesting his family may have known about her presence. Days after her body was identified, police searched Burke's Hollywood Hills home for hours, and by late September, his tour was cancelled, his lease broken, and brands like Crocs and Hollister cut ties. Outrage grew worse when fans saw him live streaming Fortnite while Celeste's family prepared a vigil, which many called heartless. In court, Burke's attitude, cracking jokes, rolling his eyes, and even laughing during testimony about Celeste's remains cemented his image as arrogant and cold. Investigators then focused on his relationship with Celeste, which began online between 2022 and 2023, when she was only about 11 to 13 years old and he was much older. She described him to friends as a rapper in LA, and by 13, she told her family she had a boyfriend named David, though her mother never met him. Both bore matching tattoos on their right index fingers, hers in red and his in black, which fans later found documented in old photos. His unreleased demo, Celeste, even contained lyrics about a runaway girl, and Burke later admitted that his 2025 album Withered was entirely about her, with some tracks featuring her voice. On Discord, users had been discussing Celeste as early as 2022, some claiming she was older, while others insisted he knew her real age. TikTok clips added more eerie clues, including a January 2024 post where Burke tagged an account with Celeste's birthday and wrote, "Should we?" Something that once seemed playful but, after the tragedy, appeared chillingly sinister.
The girl and David have matching tattoos on their hand. The mom of the girl recalls hearing from her that her boyfriend's name is David.
Evidence against Burke wasn't only found in police files, it was also pieced together online by fans, Reddit users, and amateur investigators, many of whom suspected he had been secretly involved with Celeste. Her brother mentioned she might have been dating Burke, and rumors spread that he had been paying her family as much as $10,000 a week to stay quiet, which fueled anger that adults may have looked the other way. After her remains were identified in September 2025, her parents disappeared from their home for days, raising more questions. By then, the narrative was clear. Burke had allegedly groomed Celeste, lured her from her home, and controlled her through fame and secrecy, leaving a trail of tattoos, lyrics, Discord whispers, and hidden appearances. The most shocking evidence came in August 2025, when photos showed Celeste alive in the VIP section at one of his Maryland concerts, standing next to his brother Caleb, known online as KV, while Burke made heart gestures toward her from the stage. The sighting proved she was alive more than a year after being reported missing and suggested his family might have been complicit. Afterward, Caleb deleted his TikTok, fueling suspicions of a cover-up. Fans realized that what they had once dismissed as gossip on Discord and TikTok now seemed like disturbing warnings. Some theories claimed Burke had paid off Celeste's family, others suggested she became pregnant, and still more speculated about jealousy, overdose, or premeditated murder. While unverified, these theories spread quickly across social media, with many believing Celeste's final months were not spent as a runaway, but as someone trapped in the orbit of a rising star who used his fame and money to hide her disappearance. One Reddit user even created a timeline showing how Burke's career milestones lined up with Celeste's vanishings, sightings, and concerts. By September 2025, when her body was found in his Tesla, the pieces seemed to connect. The matching tattoos, the lyrics, the Maryland sighting, the family's silence, and his brother's involvement. For much of the public, it no longer looked like an accident, but like grooming, obsession, and a tragedy made worse by an industry and community that ignored the warning signs until it was too late.
So she's been missing for 2 whole years, and they just found her dismembered in the back of his car.
The difference between how Celeste's short life ended and how Burke kept going was unbearable for many. She disappeared, was silenced, and hidden in a trunk while he played sold-out arenas and released songs that now sounded like confessions. By the time police linked the body to Celeste, their relationship was no longer a mystery, but the central tragedy, an online friendship that spiraled into something no one imagined, a romance that blurred into exploitation, art that blurred into evidence, and a future that ended in silence. The discovery and the courtroom scenes sent shockwaves through the music industry and the world, turning a local Hollywood Hills probe into international headlines that destroyed Burke's image as a Gen Z hitmaker. Fans who once streamed his music now reread lyrics as clues, social feeds filled with #JusticeForCeleste and memorials, and Reddit threads mapped timelines and screenshots that made old fan moments look sinister. Brands and partners moved fast to distance themselves. Hollister pulled his campaigns, Crocs ended collaborations, venues canceled shows, his US tour collapsed, his Hollywood Hills lease was cut, and the pillars of his rising career fell apart. Celeste's family retreated from public life. Neighbors said their house sat empty, and their grief, asking that their daughter be seen as more than a tattoo or a headline, clashed with reports of Burke's defiant, sarcastic behavior in court, which sharpened public anger. Social media became an engine for theories. Some users claimed hush money of up to $10,000 a week to Celeste's family. Others alleged pregnancy or payoffs to minors, most claims unverified, but they spread fast and deepened outrage. Some fans still held out for coincidence, but many treated the songs, tattoos, sightings, Discord chatter, and leaked clips as a tapestry of suspicion. Investigators increased pressure. LAPD detectives raided Burke's Hollywood Hills home, seizing electronics, clothing, and bags believed to contain possible blood traces, and they searched for digital proof in devices and in the Tesla's logs. Since modern Teslas record GPS routes, door openings, and driver profiles that could show where the car had been and who accessed it, the search for those minute-by-minute records became central to tracing how long Burke had been in contact with Celeste and whether her disappearance had been planned.
It was impounded right here in Hollywood.
No way.
That's for sure evidence. If it's a body found in there, that's for sure.
And obviously his DNA is going to be in it and her DNA is going to be in it.
Is he arrested yet?
Keep it straight. Not yet.
Even after Celeste's body was found in Burke's Tesla, police did not immediately arrest him, which angered many online. Some accused the LAPD of protecting him because of his fame, while others believed investigators were taking time to build an airtight case. Despite strong links, the car and his name, the matching tattoos, the lyrics, and sightings, gaps remained. The cause of death was still undetermined, leaving prosecutors uncertain whether they could prove murder or would have to rely on lesser charges like concealment or obstruction. Suspicion also grew around others, including Burke's brother Caleb, who had been seen with Celeste at a concert and later deleted his TikTok, and Burke's Discord moderators, who allegedly deleted conversations about her. Even Celeste's family came under scrutiny after disappearing from their home following her body's identification, with rumors of hush money fueling outrage that adults may have ignored warning signs. Meanwhile, Burke himself showed no remorse, smirking in court and live streaming Fortnite as though nothing had changed, which many saw as proof he believed fame would shield him. The uncertainty left haunting questions. Could prosecutors directly tie him to Celeste's death, or would the case unravel into speculation and theory? Were there more victims? Or would the system fail, leaving Celeste's story another unsolved tragedy? For fans, it meant mourning not only Celeste, but also the music that once brought comfort, now tainted forever. For the industry, it meant confronting how much it was willing to overlook for profit. And for Burke, it meant waiting in the justice system, where his tattoos, songs, and actions were no longer art, but possible evidence in a trial still unfolding, a trial that ensured the name D4VD would never sound the same again.